Mr. Speaker.
For the position because she reacted.
Standing Order 49. The member obviously does not know is new. That matter is under appeal. It is therefore sub judice. It is sub judice, Mr. Speaker. It's under appeal. And I stand by what I say. It's under appeal.
Mr. Speaker, we had a very unfortunate situation during this debate, and I think it must be recorded for Hansard. We had an opposition member stand up and insist that on a standing order, insist that a matter was sub judice. Insisted that we could not, that another member speaking could not continue in the vein that he was speaking because the matter was still, an appeal was still before the court. Insisted that it was still before the court. Mr. Speaker, I have a copy, thanks to my learned friend. I have a copy. My learned friend, I only have friends on this side. Those are not my learned friends. They are neither learned nor friends. The member for Tabakit, who is a lawyer, I don't know what you are, who is a lawyer of great repute, has shared with me a document. Copy of the order. Civil Appeal Number CA P268 2022 between the Minister of Finance and one Rohani Ramkisoon. Order dated the 24th day of February 2025 before the Honorable Mr. Justice P. Musai, J.A. Upon reading the notice, if I may say, I'm reading directly, I'm quoting the order directly. Upon reading the notice of application issued on behalf of the respondent and filed on the 20th of November 2024, an affidavit in the support of Christy Mohan sworn and filed on the 20th of November 2024, together with exhibits attached thereto. And upon hearing attorney of law for the appellant and the attorney of law for the respondent, it is hereby ordered that the appellant/defendant's notice of appeal filed hearing on November 16, 2022 is struck out.
Analysis: Clyde Elder's criticism of Colm Imbert compared to Roodal Moonilal's ongoing court matters. Background: Clyde Elder's parliamentary speech on Imbert's court matter. Clyde Elder criticized the member for Diego Martin Northeast, then Minister of Finance, Colm Imbert, for misleading Parliament by claiming a court matter was still under appeal when, in fact, the appeal had been struck out by the court on February 24, 2025. Elder produced the court order, Civil Appeal No. Car P268-2022, showing the appeal was dismissed and costs awarded against Imbert's side. Elder argued this misrepresentation warranted an apology and threatened a privileged motion to uphold parliamentary integrity. Colm Imbert's legal record. Imbert has successfully defended himself in defamation lawsuits, including a significant 2025 ruling where former central bank governor Walla Rambaran was ordered to pay Imbert over $100,000 for defamatory accusations related to alleged breaches of court orders and job prospects. Another defamation case against political leader Philip Edward Alexander resulted in a $525,000 compensation order in favor of Imbert, upheld by the Court of Appeal, with Alexander granted conditional leave to appeal to the Privy Council. These cases show Imbert as a litigant who has won substantial legal battles, although some decisions are under appeal, indicating ongoing legal activity but with favorable outcomes for him. Roodal Moonilal's ongoing court matters. Former Housing Minister Dr. Roodal Moonilal faces a large, ongoing multi-million-dollar lawsuit from the Estate Management and Business Development Company Limited, EMBD, related to a cartel conspiracy involving contracts for road and infrastructure rehabilitation worth hundreds of millions of dollars. EMBD alleges Moonilal acted as a shadow director, breaching fiduciary duties and the Integrity in Public Life Act, with fresh allegations added as recently as February 2025. The case is complex and ongoing, involving multiple contractors and officials, with EMBD seeking $275 million plus interest and declarations of contract illegality. The Attorney General has clarified that a recent Privy Council ruling unrelated to Moonilal's case does not affect the merits of this pending lawsuit, underscoring that Moonilal's legal troubles remain unresolved and significant. How Elder's attack on Imbert appears weak in light of Moonilal's situation. Elder's focus on Imbert's alleged misrepresentation about a struck-out appeal appears comparatively minor given Imbert's strong legal record defending his reputation and winning defamation cases. Moonilal, by contrast, faces ongoing, serious allegations involving large sums, fiduciary breaches, and cartel conspiracy claims that remain unresolved and under active litigation. Elder's criticism loses weight when juxtaposed with Moonilal's extensive legal challenges, which arguably represent a far more significant legal and ethical issue. This contrast highlights a political inconsistency or selective focus. Elder's vigorous pursuit of Imbert's court matter seems less compelling when a prominent UNC member like Moonilal has substantial pending legal problems. Moonilal's ongoing court cases suggest deeper governance and corruption concerns that dwarf the procedural court appeal issue Elder raised against Imbert. Conclusion. While Clyde Elder's parliamentary speech sought to expose Colm Imbert's alleged misleading of Parliament regarding a court appeal, the broader legal context reveals Imbert as a figure who has largely prevailed in his legal battles. Meanwhile, UNC's Roodal Moonilal faces ongoing, serious, and unresolved court matters involving multi-million-dollar corruption allegations. This disparity weakens Elder's position and suggests that focusing on Imbert's relatively minor procedural court matter pales in comparison to the significant legal challenges still confronting Moonilal and other UNC members. Elder's attack, therefore, appears politically selective and less forceful when placed against the backdrop of these ongoing UNC legal controversies.
Where was the hotline for me when they came out at TSTT? Where was the hotline for GHRSL workers? Where was the hotline for County Green workers? Where was the hotline for Petrosian workers? Where was the hotline for Chunma workers? Where was the hotline for Rohini?
Yes, yes.
And they have the gall, Mr. Speaker. They have the gall to post it as if they care.